What's going on YouTube? Flashy here. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. Today we're going to be going over a deck that completely revolves around one of my favorite archetypes of all time, and that is Red Eyes. Now, Red Eyes is in no way meta or anything like that, but what I will say, it is a ton of fun to play, especially this variant of Red Eyes. This revolves all around getting your monsters to the graveyard, special summoning them, and getting a ton of different Red Eyes monsters out on the field. Also, if you are a Red Eyes player, leave some comments down below on how this deck could improve, what we could do better, what we could change out, because this has been my favorite deck to play so far, and I really want to optimize it. So let me know down in the comments what you guys do with your Red Eyes decks. And if you're not a Red Eyes player, this is a great starting point. This was the first Red Eyes deck I made, and I was actually getting some really nice wins. I was climbing up through the ranks with it, and it's a ton of fun to get used to the archetype and to try out a bunch of different cards that you maybe never have tried before. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video where we're going to be going over the entire deck profile. But first, let's jump into the gameplay. All right, guys, here we go. It is time to play some Red Eyes. We actually got a really solid opening hand here, especially with the hand trap. We do like that. So we got Red Eyes Baby Dragon, which is really good. Blackstone of Legend is pretty much the card you want to start with. Unfortunately, we're going first. I would rather like to go second, but that is perfectly fine. So what we're going to do here is we are immediately going to get a Red Eyes monster into the graveyard. Again, that's what's so cool about this deck, is it revolves so much around just putting Red Eyes into the grave, which is awesome. There's a bunch of different ways to special summon from the grave and things like that. So what we're going to grab is a Red Eyes Spirit. Target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You have a ton of different Red Eyes focused monster reborns, and that's what makes it such a fun deck to play. So what we're going to do is we're going to set Fang with Chain and the Red Eyes Spirit, so we'll be able to get a Red Eyes out next turn if our opponent decides to take our Red Eyes out that we're about to get. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go... or should we go into Baby Dragon set, or should we just go aggressive and get Red Eyes out on the opening turn? We have a couple options here. We could set Red Eyes Baby Dragon. If it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, we can special summon one Red Eyes monster from our deck, or we could just tribute Blackstone of Legend and get Red Eyes right now. I think what I want to do is... let's just set, because I don't know what deck they're playing. I don't want to play into anything. We're going to play it safe. We're going to set. If that ends up getting destroyed, we get to just special summon a Red Eyes from our deck. So we'll see what they're playing, and then we'll go from there. But we do have the Blackstone of Legend. This is like your core card of this entire deck. You can tribute this card, special summon one level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster. It is absolutely insane. You don't have to do anything. You just get a free Red Eyes on the field. It's crazy. And then, yeah, Red Eyes Baby Dragon makes it really nice too. And we already have a Red Eyes in our graveyard. So Red Eyes Spirit, we could get, based on how this is looking, we can get 3 Red Eyes cards out on turn 3, depending on what our opponent does, which we could easily just go right into our XCs from there. I mean, this deck is nuts. We do run some Dark Armed, and we also run 3 Red Eyes Flares. So they're just going to end. Not too sure about that, but let our combos begin then. I don't know what that was about, so let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Red Eyes Spirit. Let's just get 2 Red Eyes cards out right now, and we'll go right into our XC summon. So, face-up attack, Red Eyes. Let's see the animation. Oh, it's so good. I love this card, man. One of my all-time favorite cards, 100%. So now the next thing we're going to do, we are going to summon our Blackstone of Legend, and then we can activate its effect, so it's going to tribute itself, and we get to... we're not going to do anything just yet. We get to special summon a monster from our deck. So what I'm going to do, since this is going to be for XC summon, I'm just going to use another regular Red Eyes, because I want to save my other Red Eyes for something else. So we'll get another Red Eyes Black Dragon out there, and now we can go into our XC summon. So we're going to special summon. We have a ton of options here. As you guys see, we run a bunch of level 7s, but what you really want to go for the most part, is your Red Eyes Flare Metal. That's going to get everything going for you. You cannot go Dark Arm Dragon, but for this case, we're going to go into our Flare Metal. So we can use both of these Red Eyes as XCs. We'll drop our Flare Metal Dragon in. Oh, this deck is so cool, man. This deck is so cool. And so what this card does is each time, if it has XCs material, each time your opponent activates a card effect, inflict 500 burn damage, which is really awesome. And you can also detach 1 XCs material, and you can target 1 Red Eyes in your grave. So there's so many different ways that you could get Red Eyes out. We're not going to activate Red Eyes Fang with Chain just yet, because there's no monsters or anything like that out on the field. So we're just going to direct attack. Don't need to do that, because unfortunately you can only up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. If it allows you to do 2 attacks with your Red Eyes, oh my goodness, it would be insane. So let's see what our opponent does. I don't know why they just passed. That was super weird, but we'll see. They have a bunch of cards in their hand. They could have at least set something, but we'll see what happens. Again, we do have our Red Eyes Baby Dragon as well, where we get the special summon if they take it out. So there we go. Okay, so they're gonna go trade in. Oh, is this an Exodia deck? Are we going Red Eyes versus Exodia? No way. Oh no, it's gonna be a Galaxy Eyes deck. Okay, so I think I might Ash Blossom that and not let them draw 2 cards. Yeah, let's just Ash that. I don't want them to draw anything anymore. I I don't want them to get crazy. I was like, are we going up against Exodia? Oh my gosh. They called it right there, man. They called it right there. But at least you guys got to see some opening moves. So usually I only have one duel in these videos, but that was hilarious. We got to show some cool combos. Let's jump into another duel. And here we go. We actually are going to be going second. We got a pretty decent draw. Not the best, but we can make this work. And we do have our draw coming up on turn 2. So we'll see what they want to do. Realistically, you want to open that Black Stone of Legend that gets your red eyes out right away, and that's what just makes the combo so ridiculous. So they're going to start by setting 1. I'm going to summon the Time Lord. So what does this guy even do? 0 attack, 10 stars though. Oh my goodness. Alright, so unfortunately we drew 2 of our red eyes, which is not really what we want. At the end of the battle phase, discard battle, return as many monsters in the field possible to the hand, and inflict 300. Okay, so I actually have an idea where I could play around Fang with Chain and get that off of his side of the field. So first thing we're going to do though, we're going to activate Red Eye's Insight. Of course, we want to get some Red Eyes into our grave. And I actually have one, I have 2 in my hand, which I don't want. So we'll send 1 to the grave right there. We'll see if that effect resolves. And we will be able to add, Red Eye Spirit or Fang with Chain. I already have both. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to grab Fang with Chain. I want both of those because I feel like this deck is going to get crazy that they're playing. And I'm just going to want to pull monsters off their side of the field. So that's going to end up resolving. And I'm going to set 1 Fang with Chain, 1 Spirit, and once per turn you can banish this card. Okay, so this is our banish. But I can't even destroy it, right? It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So I'm going to need to pull it off of their side of the field. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set my other Fang with Chain. This isn't just a once per turn, right? Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, so they could summon again, and I'll be able to pull both of them off. So I'm not even going to summon Wyvern yet. I'm just going to end right there. Maybe I could have put it in defense position, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. We'll let them play out their turn, and hopefully they add another one to, at the end of the battle phase, discard battle. No. You do, once per turn during your standby, shuffle this card into the deck. Okay. Let them shuffle that in. I have never played against Time Lord, so if I'm misplaying here and letting that go through, well, there's nothing I can do. I have no idea what this deck does. So we got another Time Lord. It's the same thing. Takes no battle damage. If it battled, shuffle all spells and traps your opponent controls into their deck. Once per turn, shuffle this card into the deck. Okay. I'm fine with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to summon Red Eye's Wyvern from here. Or actually, I have Red Eye's Spirit, so I could actually bring both in. They're going to battle. Let me see. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battled... Oh, that's crazy. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Alright, I'm just going to immediately summon... Okay, yeah, let's chain this. I didn't even think about the fact that it could just attack me for no reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon, just so that doesn't go to waste. We'll go face up attack position. We'll bring Red Eyes out. Wow, that's actually kind of a crazy card, but whatever. We have ways of getting our Fang with Chains back. It's not the end of the world. But during their standby phase, this is going to have... Oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, hold on. Wombo combo here. I didn't even think of this. Alright, so we're going to attach Fang with Chain to our Red Eyes. Is this going to resolve? Now we're going to activate Red Eyes Fang with Chain's effect. Oh, I did misplay. I'm so mad that just happened. I can't believe that just happened. That's alright. It was getting shuffled back into the deck. Oh, that was so unfortunate, dude. I thought that meant activate the effect of the Fang with Chain. Because watch, it's going to pop up again now. Oh, that is such a bummer. Yeah, I thought it was this one. Alright, that's fine. We're learning. Well, you know what? That's the point of these videos. We're learning. So we're going to activate this effect. That's going to get sent to the graveyard. I'm going to select their monster. Come on over to my side of the field, friend. No, I'm not going to use that one. This is going to make my attack 0, but I'm perfectly okay with that because I'm not letting them do their Time Lord craziness. They surrendered. Oh my goodness, why is everybody surrendering against Red Eyes? Okay, we'll play one more duel. And here we go, duel number 3. Hopefully this one our opponent just doesn't scoop and we can get a nice drawn-out duel where we can really show some combos with his deck. This has been absolutely crazy. We got a really solid opening draw. We're just going to set 1 and pass. That works for me. We're going to go right into our Red Eyes Insight. I mean, listen, every time we draw into this is how we're going to start our combos. We're going to drop Red Eyes Insight. I'm going to put my regular Red Eyes into the graveyard. That's where they like to be. I don't know why, but Red Eyes likes to be there. And then I already have a Red Eye Spirit in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Red Eyes Fang. This has been a super clutch trap card. I think I might bump this up to 3 in the deck, actually. Black Dragon's Chick is really good. I run this at 1 because I've never had Red Eyes Black Dragon in my hand as well as Black Dragon's Chick. So I just run that at 1, but that's good to have. But of course, the Black Stone of Legend, the most crucial card in the entire deck. Are they going to let this go through? They have something. Maybe a Maxi? Hopefully it's not an Ash. Is it going to be an Ash? I don't know. But we're going to special summon here. We're going to go into our Black Flare Dragon. I just like bringing this one out just because it is so sick. But we're going to go into Black Flare. That's going to resolve. That's going to go through. And then we can set our Fang with Chain. We can set our Spirit. So we're going to be able to get Red Eyes Black Dragon out on our next turn no matter what. We also have Baby Dragon and Wyvern. So we got a whole lot of options here. We're just going to go right into battle phase. Is it going to be Mirror Force? Did they set a Mirror Force right there? No, the 2400 is going to go through. And that's the opening combo. Really, really awesome combo, man. Blackstone of Legend right into any Red Eyes monster. I feel like that combo could go way deeper, but I just keep it super simple. Let's just get Black Flare Dragon out on the field. With the Red Eyes Insight, we're able to put Red Eyes into our grave. And let's see. Oh, ZW. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so is this going to be a Utopia deck versus our Red Eyes? I wonder. I do have Fang with Chain, though, so as soon as they summon anything huge, Fang with Chain right to my side of the field. I am not taking any chances here. And then next turn, we'll be able to actually... Well, technically, we could do it right now. Do I want to go right into my... Do I want to go right into Flare Metal right now? All right, what I think I'm actually going to do, you know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to go for the big play here. I did not plan on doing this initially, but I'm going to go into Dark Armed. So we're going to special summon. We'll see if this resolves. I'm going to try to go into Dark Armed, honestly, because this will allow us to target one card my opponent controls and banish it. So let's see if this actually resolves. All right, so they're going to go Call by the Grave. I think they're just going to banish my Red Eyes. Yeah, they're just going to banish that. Really solid pickup right there. Unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll be able to make that work. Regardless, our Red Eyes was probably dead no matter when I did that. If it was their turn or my turn. I'm not going to activate Fang with Chain just yet. I want to see what they want to do here. So they're just going to end. All right. We're not going to Fang with Chain. And we got Red Eyes Insight. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to put another Red Eyes monster back into our graveyard since they called by the grave our other one and send it to the Shadow Realms. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate Red Eyes Insight. This will give us a chance to get another Red Eyes Spirit back. So we're going to drop just plain old normal Red Eyes into our grave. And then we're going to add Spirit to our hand. And then I'm going to set Spirit down. So what I think I'm going to do next, I kind of just want to go full on attack. So I think I'm just going to summon Red Eyes Wyvern just straight up. That's an 1800 attack right there. I'm going to go into battle phase. We don't need to Fang with Chain just yet. We'll take out their Pegasus. No, don't want to do that. And then we'll take the 1800 attack. I'm okay with Red Eyes Wyvern going to the graveyard as well, depending on what they do next turn. Just because we can banish it, and then we can special summon one Red Eyes monster in our graveyard. What's so cool about this deck, man? As long as you have Red Eyes in the grave, you are set. There's so many ways to get it back. And then there's a bunch of different like Red Eyes focused traps as well. I mean, you guys saw it in the first two. As soon as we go Fang with Chain, our opponent's just like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm done. I could go into Dark Armed right now. I'm going to let my opponent play out their turn. I want to see what they want to do. And then we'll kind of make our decision on what we want to do with that. If we want to go into Dark Armed or if we want to go into Flare Metal. Usually I go into Flare Metal, but Summoner Monk, if this card is normal flip summoned, change this card to defense position. Once per turn, you can discard one spell, special summon a level 4. Do I want to allow that to go through? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to Fang with Chain. I do not want to let them, and I'm going to attach it to my Wyvern. I do not want to let that go through at all. I'm just going to not let my opponent play the game. So we'll attach this to Red Eyes Wyvern. I'm not letting Summoner Monk do anything here. This is going to resolve. I just don't want to let my opponent play, because if my opponent can't play, then I'm all set. Monster's battle position has changed. Activate the effect of a card. Yes, I'm going to activate Red Eyes with Chain. Now that it's an equip card, it's going to send it to the graveyard. I'm going to select their Summoner Monk. And I'm going to add that to my Red Eyes Wyvern. It drops our attack down to 800, but again, I am perfectly okay with Red Eyes Wyvern not doing anything. Because we just want it in the graveyard anyway, because we'll be able to banish it at the end phase. And they scoop! That's 3! Oh my gosh! Guys, we barely even got our Xyz monsters out. That's 3 duels where our opponent scooped. This Red Eyes deck makes everybody quit. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So now to get into the deck profile, I cannot believe 3 duels and everybody just scooped as soon as Fang with Chain hits. Okay, so honestly, we're gonna go do the deck profile now, but I think I'm gonna bump Fang with Chain up to 3 because that card is absolutely insane. But to start out the deck, we go 3 Red Eyes Black Dragon. I run 1 Black Dragon's Chick. I originally had this at 3, but I've never had a Red Eyes and a Black Dragon's Chick in my hand at the same time. What this card allows you to do is special summon 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon from your hand. So I dropped that down to 1 on the off chance that I have both of them. But what I might do is just take this card out and add a third Fang with Chain. And then, of course, we have our 3 Black Stone of Legend. Literally the best card. If you open with this, your combo kicks off and you can just go crazy. This allows you to special summon 1 Red Eyes monster from your deck. Any of them. It could be anything with Red Eyes in it. You can special summon it. I run 2 Black Metal Dragons. This is just... we didn't see this in any of the games, but you just equip this to your Red Eyes Black Dragon or your Red Eyes Flare Dragon. And it gives it a free 600 attack, so to bump it up to a 3000 attack monster, which is really nice. And then if this card gets sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 Red Eyes from the deck to the hand. Then we run 2 Max C, 2 Ash Blossoms. I say this in every deck profile. You cannot have a Master Duel deck without these 2 cards. They're just so good. After that, we go 3 Red Eyes Baby Dragon. Absolutely love this card. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. And if you do, equip it, and it gains 300 attack. So you could crash into your opponent's monster, get a special summon out, or just put it in defense position and let your opponent take it out, and then you can special summon from there. Anything that allows you to special summon from the deck is so good. Then we run 2 Red Eyes Wyvern. This is just essentially another way of getting a Red Eyes monster from your graveyard to the field. Really simple. Again, we're always just putting Red Eyes into the grave. No matter what we do, we just want to keep putting Red Eyes into the grave, because that'll give us a chance to special summon it. During your end phase, Wyvern is in your grave. You can banish it, special summon 1 Red Eyes. Then we run 2 Retro Dragons. This is your hand trap. This is a really cool card. What this allows you to basically do is, if your Red Eyes monster gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this from your hand in defense position, and then that'll allow you to special summon the monster that just got destroyed back onto the field. So a really solid way of pretty much just negating anything your opponent just did and getting an extra monster out on the field. Then I run 1 Meteor Dragon. This has not come into play yet, but if you can end up getting it out onto your field, it's really solid because it says other Red Eyes monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So this is another really awesome way of keeping your monsters safe. Again, this has not come into effect. It's really specific, but if you can get it out onto your field, you pretty much win because your opponents just can't destroy your Red Eyes monsters. Then, of course, we run 2 Black Flare Dragons. I really enjoy this card. I'll usually summon this one off the Black Stone of Legend. Then we go 1 Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Now, this monster this can turn into your big boss because it gains 300 attack for each dragon in your graveyard, and you have to tribute 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. So if you can get a regular Red Eyes Black Dragon out onto the field, and you have this, you can special summon it. And again, this whole deck is around putting dragons into your graveyard. So this card can just become an absolute boss monster. Unstoppable card. You pair this with somehow getting your Meteor Dragon out, and nothing is touching this card. It's absolutely crazy. And then, of course, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. This card is absolutely disgusting. You can only have 2 of it, but you can special summon this card by banishing 1 face-up dragon monster you control. That's it. It could be any dragon you control. It doesn't need to be a Red Eyes. It could literally be your Black Dragon's chick if you really wanted to. And then what you can do with this card during your main phase, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or grave. Again, put those Red Eyes monsters into your grave, special summon them. Really easy. You can only use this effect once per turn, but a really solid card. It's a 10-star as well, so maybe down the line there's going to be some different ways to get some cool XCs going, but for this deck right now, it's more so just putting it out onto the field and having a massive monster attack. Let me go 3 Inferno Fire Blast. I have not run into this. I might drop this down to 2. This is just another burn opportunity to just burn your opponent's life points. I might drop this down to 2 and add that 3rd Fang with Chain because that came up way more. But this essentially target 1 Red Eyes in your monster zone, and you can burn your opponent for the original damage. So it's usually going to be 2400 on the burn, but you cannot attack the turn this is activated. So I might drop this down to 2, but a really solid way in case your opponent has some monsters that can't be destroyed by battle or anything like that, and you just need to hit those life points. Inferno Fire Blast is really good. Then we have 2 Return of the Dragon Lords. Again, this is just another target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon monster, special summon it. And also, it's got a secondary effect where if it's in your graveyard, so you get your special summon, you send this card to the graveyard. If one of your dragon monsters will be destroyed, you can just banish this instead. Your opponents can't destroy your monster. Another way of keeping your Red Eyes safe. Really cool. Then we have Red Eyes Insight, your opener. This card is amazing. This puts your Red Eyes directly into your graveyard right away, and you can also grab either Fang with Chain or Red Eyes Spirit, which we'll get into next, but really awesome card to just get your graveyard combo going, as well as get some of your trap cards that you're going to need in order to win onto your field. I run 1 Lightning Storm as well, just because I felt like this deck needed a little bit more of like board clearing on the opponent's side, so if there's ever a case where we're going second and our opponent does some crazy first turn combo, we could just drop Lightning Storm on them. Then we go 2 Red Eyes Spirit, target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Monster Reborn for your Red Eyes. It's awesome. And it's a trap card. Then we got the MVP of today. our Red Eyes Fang with Chain. As you guys saw, you equip this to your Red Eyes monster. Once it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters, but I more so use the secondary effect where you equip it to your Red Eyes, send it to the graveyard, and then you can take one of your opponent's monsters, equip it to your Red Eyes, and it gets its attack and defense. So you can get some crazy combos going, and you saw everybody just scoop immediately when we activated Red Eyes Fang with Chain. So definitely bumping this up to 3. And then I run 2 Solemn Judgments, and this is the other like pure meta card that I just put in every single one of my decks no matter what. Just pay half your life points, negate whatever your opponent does. And now getting into the extra deck, there's a lot of stuff in here that you really don't need. You're only ever going to see like 2 of these cards, honestly. But we have one number 75. I really don't think I'm ever going to use this. It's pretty much just in the deck. It's a rare anyway, so I just threw it in there. But now we get into all of our level 7s. And again, all of our monsters are, for the most part, level 7s, right? You have your Black Flares level 7, and then all of your Red Eyes regular Black Dragons. And these are the 2 cards that you're always going to be having out on your field no matter what. So we go Gaia Dragon. I use this just in case our opponent's doing a lot of setting. So this is just inflict piercing battle damage to defense position monsters. Nothing really crazy about that. I haven't really used it yet. But now this is the card. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. I love XC summoning this card. We run 3 of them. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has XC's material. While this card has material, each time your opponent activates a card effect, inflict 500 damage immediately when it resolves. So this is another one of those burn cards in this deck that's really cool. And if you want, you could detach 1 XC's material from this card, target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, special summon. Put your normal Red Eyes Black Dragon into the grave. You can special summon it for free with Red Eyes Flare, and you still have XC's material, have 1 material left on it. So you'll get to inflict 500 damage, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. Crazy card. Definitely going into this every single time I have 2 Red Eyes out on the field. And then the secondary one, which I just like Flare Metal Dragon more, but we run 3 Dark Armed. If you can make this combo work, it's pretty crazy. If you have exactly 5 Dark monsters in your graveyard, you can also you can XC summon Dark Armed by using 1 level 5 or higher dragon monster you control. So this is just another crazy way of getting it, but the secondary effect is what's really cool. You can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it, and banish 1 card from your graveyard. So I'll more so use this if my opponent has something that I just can't deal with. I'll go into Dark Armed, I'll banish it, I'll banish a random card from my graveyard, and then pretty much all set. It cannot attack the rest of this turn, but hopefully by then you have another Red Eyes out on your field to attack. Then we have Zeus. I feel like if you have any XC's cards, go into 1 Zeus. It's just a great card to have. And then 2 Darkness Metal links. I have never linked monster. I just have this in here just because it's a dragon link. Haven't used it yet though, but it's there in case the opportunity comes up. But that is our Red Eyes deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was a ton of fun. Making 3 people scoop. Who would have thought that Red Eyes in 2022 makes everybody surrender in ranked? Let me know down in the comments if you guys try out this deck or what we could do to improve this deck. If you guys want to see more Master Duel on this channel, be sure to leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.